So some people are probably not going to like this video too much, but it's fine. In this year's Super Bowl, well, today's Super Bowl, there's supposed to be a couple commercials about Jesus in the Super Bowl. Run by this nonprofit organization, and the campaign is called He Gets Us, I think is what it's called. And so I've seen some articles and things about people being, I guess, upset about these commercials being put into the Super Bowl. And, I don't know the reasoning, why they're being upset. I guess it's just because, anything has to do with Jesus, upsets people for whatever reason. But why does it bother somebody so much that a commercial that is bringing hope to people, that is, I guess shedding like the more positive side, to Christianity and to God and to Jesus, it causes so much problems for people. I've seen the commercials or bits and pieces of the commercials for like this ad, and there is nothing in that commercial or in that ad that degrades anybody, that hates on anybody, that does anything that would be a negative factor to anybody. It is uplifting, it is hopeful, it gives people hope, which in all honesty, in this world, that's what people need. People need hope. If you haven't seen what's going on outside the world, outside the end of the world, I don't know what you're doing. But people need Jesus. People need hope. People need, faith. And especially in the world that we live in. And the only person that's going to give you that, undeniable hope in something is Jesus Christ. And my thing is, if a 90-second commercial upsets you because it has to do with Jesus, but you're okay with a 3-minute song where Sam Smith basically is pretty much just like a satanic ritual and, devil worship, whatever you want to call it. If you're okay with that, but a 90-second commercial about Jesus bugs you, part of the problem, just to be blunt. Because whether you're a Christian or not, whether you believe in God or not, no parent or anybody should be okay with kids or any of that nature seeing a show like that. But a 90-second commercial about Jesus, about hope, shouldn't cause that many problems, because people need hope. And why would anybody want to deny anybody the chance, to experience hope, to experience Jesus, whether they believe it or not? If you don't believe in Jesus, that's fine, just don't watch the commercial, skip the commercial, whatever. That commercial is meant to help people, and I pray that it helps somebody, whenever that commercial airs. That's what it's meant to do. We are to be the light. We are to shine the light of Jesus. We're to be his hands and feet. We're to shine his light. And that's what that commercial is doing. It is shining the light of Jesus in a positive way. Because there are so many people that do it in negative. And that commercial is showing Jesus' light in such a positive way that it will reach somebody. Because you never know who is going to watch the Super Bowl, who is thinking about taking their life, or thinking about doing something that they're going to regret, or doing something, and they see that commercial and they realize the hope and the faith in Jesus that they can have, and the love of Christ that he has, and the love that he has for them, and they change their mind and they don't go through with what they're going through. That's what that commercial is about. It's not about degrading anybody or making anybody, shoving anything down anybody's throat or whatever people want to say it's going to do. That commercial is specifically, I feel and I pray and I hope that it is, it's specifically, to share some hope with people, because we need it. The world, that's why we're in the position that we're in the world, is because nobody has hope in anything anymore. And they turn to these false idols and these false hopes about stuff, and it doesn't work. People need hope, and that's what that commercial is bringing, and it is showing them the love of Christ, the hope that they can have in him, that despite whatever happens in this world, that there is somebody who loves them and they can have hope in something. And this country, this world needs Jesus. And whether you know it or not, I don't know. That's up to you to figure out and to discover for yourself. But this commercial is not coming at anybody. It's not trying to shame anybody or whatever. It's just a commercial simply to show the hope of Christ, to show the love of Christ, and to show a more positive side to Christianity, because the media only shows the negative side. I don't know why. Of course, I know why, that there's so much issue with this commercial is because it has to do with Jesus. And, we're in a time that nobody wants to talk about Jesus. Anything to do with God or Jesus is, it's some sort of a fairy tale or whatever. And people don't want to hear it. They, persecute anybody who believes in it. They all this hateful speech and stuff like that. The world's hateful enough. And this commercial or this ad, shows that there are people still out there that do not hate, that still love their neighbor, that still love Christ, and still show that love and still shine his light. And that's what this commercial is about. It is to bring hope into a dying world. It is to bring hope to somebody who is thinking about taking their life, and to show them that there is somebody out there who cares and somebody out there who loves them. And that this commercial or ad will reach them, to show them and to let them know that somebody out there cares and somebody out there loves them. And they don't take their life. Because they are worthy, they are loved, somebody cares for them, and there's somebody out there who's always going to be there for them, even when nobody else here is. If you're okay with the satanic worship and the devil crap, whatever it went on at the Grammys, but this is a problem for you, woe to those who call good evil and evil good. I hope and I pray that this commercial reaches somebody like it's supposed to, because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to reach somebody and to show people hope. That's all it is just showing hope in this world. And that's what everybody needs. But I, for one, I'm going to watch the Super Bowl. Not because I'm a fan of the teams. Not because, not because I'm going to watch the halftime show, which I'm probably not. Not a big fan of that either. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl simply because I enjoy football. And I enjoy spending time with my family and my friends and people I care about. And I look forward to see these commercials. There's supposed to be two. I look forward to see these commercials just to see, how they present them, and hope they present them in, a correct manner. But I'm also going to use this time with the Super Bowl to spend with family and friends. You can use it as a time as fellowship. You can talk about Jesus anywhere. Well, I can, at least, regardless of what people think. If a 90-second commercial about hope bothers you, you probably need Jesus more than you think. But this commercial isn't about shoving Jesus or God or the Bible down your throat. This commercial is about letting somebody know that there is somebody out there, there is a hope, that they can put their hope towards somebody who is never going to let them down. They can have faith in something that, despite whatever happens in this world, they know that things are going to be okay. And then they know without a doubt that somebody loves them. And that's all that matters. And if a 90-second commercial does that, then it served its purpose. And nobody should want to take that away from somebody else. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't try to get it taken off the air because it's simply just because you don't like it. Somebody out there, there's a reason these commercials are being aired, because somebody out there that is going to watch the Super Bowl needs to hear it and needs to see and to hear the hope that they have in Jesus Christ, that they can have in Jesus Christ. The world needs more of Jesus anyways. My thought is, the devil doesn't hide anymore. He's not trying to hide anymore. He's out in the open and he shows himself. all over the place. So my thing is, if we allow, Satan to show himself everywhere, if you're okay with, a satanic ritual on the Grammys or whatever, then I feel that Jesus should be allowed to show himself too. And he will, whether you like it or not. He'll show up. And he's showing up. And if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. But this commercial, I believe it serves a purpose. And I'm excited to see what this commercial does in somebody's life, whether I ever see it or not. I hope and I pray that it reaches somebody. And I would never want to take that away from somebody. I would never want to take the opportunity away from them to know who Jesus is. So I'm excited to watch the Super Bowl. And I'm excited to see Jesus in the Super Bowl.